You press the gas pedal and your car just stares back at you like it is totally confused. Or maybe it starts up and stalls out at the very next stoplight while everyone behind you is honking their horns. This is exactly what happens when your engine's brain, the powertrain control module, or PCM, flags the code P2125, which points to a malfunction in the throttle position sensor circuit designated as E. Think of your throttle position sensor, or TPS, as the volume knob for your engine. It is a little potentiometer mounted right on the throttle body that tells your car exactly how far open that butterfly valve is. In a modern drive-by-wire system, this is how the car knows how much power you are asking for. Usually, it is a simple 3-wire setup, a 5-volt reference from the computer, a solid ground, and the signal return wire. When the throttle is closed, that signal should be sitting right around 0.45 volts, and as you floor it to wide open throttle, it should sweep up smoothly toward a full 5 volts. If the computer sees a voltage that is completely out of its normal comfort zone, it is going to set this code and likely put your ride into a restrictive limp mode to prevent a runaway engine. What is really interesting is that some cars are smart enough to double-check the throttle position against the manifold absolute pressure sensor, or MIP. If you suddenly mash the gas, the computer expects to see that intake pressure change instantly too. If they do not match, it thinks something is fishy and triggers the light. You might notice a nasty misfire at highway speeds or a rough idle that feels like the engine is about to jump out of the hood. Before you go replacing parts, grab a scan tool and watch that voltage sweep with the key on but the engine off. It should be as smooth as silk. If you see any sudden jumps or the reading just stays stuck at one value, you have likely found your broken sensor. Keep an eye out for corrosion in the connectors or a wiring harness that has been rubbing against a bracket until the insulation wore through. Some of these sensors actually need a very fine physical adjustment when you install them, so if you are not comfortable with a digital voltmeter, you might want to call in a pro for the final calibration. A quick tip for you. If you wiggle the harness while the car is idling and the engine speed changes, you definitely have a wiring or connector issue hiding in plain sight. Take your time with the diagnostic because sometimes it is just a sticking return spring or a bit of dirt in the connector that is causing all your headaches.